Hi, before I get started, I just want to clarify something. My printer ran out of ink and I want to submit this and get this in. So I have 5 steps that I was going to show on paper and only one printed. So when I list the steps, I'm just going to keep holding this one up, but just know that come next week when I give my speech on Tuesday, that each step will be printed on separate pieces of paper. So just wanted to clarify that. So let's get started. When my daughter, when she was newly married, it was a new experience for me. In the process of her getting engaged, I saw her draw closer to her fiance. I wanted more than anything for her to cleave to her husband. As a parent, I tried to encourage her to do this, but I tried to do it so she wouldn't think that I was pushing her away. I wanted to do it in a positive manner. There were times when I didn't know if I was saying or doing the right things as a mother or a soon to be mother in law. I just knew this newly married couple, or soon to be married couple, needed to create a marital identity together. As parents, we need to realize our boundaries. Parents can influence a marriage for better or for worse. So, what can we do to be better in laws? To nurture a positive relationship with your adult child and their new spouse, it would be wise to follow these steps given by Gloria Horsley. Number 1, avoid pinning down children to the specific reasons why they are missing a family event. Number 2, avoid giving advice. Number 3, avoid taking over the disciplinary of grandchildren. Number 4, avoid trying to control everyone and everything, including children's beliefs. And number 5, avoid unclear and indirect communication. We will mainly be focusing on the first 2 and then just briefly covering the last 3. So let's start by talking about step number 1. Melding 2 families together can be very challenging, and sometimes the newly married couple, they'll feel torn between the 2 families. Dividing up their time can be very tedious. When there is conflict with activities, let them know what they choose to do. It's okay with you and you'll be fine and you'll understand. Do not keep tally or try and keep track of how many times they go visit the other set of in-laws. Remember, we need to see this new set of parents as complementary and not as competitive replacements. As in-laws, this is what we need to convey: love and understanding. In the article Creating Healthy Ties with In-Laws and Extended Families, James M. Harper and Suzanne Frost Olson said, parents can help by genuinely not pressuring their grown children to be at every family gathering, even though they will be missed. These are indeed words of wisdom for all parents. The second step we will cover are parents giving advice to their married children. Don't give advice unless it's asked. Don't try and fix their problems. And when they come to you and they ask for your advice, direct them to their spouse first and see if they can work it out together. Their new spouse should be their confidant and their best friend. And if by chance they come to you with a problem with their spouse, again, redirect them back to their spouse. No longer are parents first on the list. Their spouse should be their number 1 person on the list to talk to and to confide in. Do not get involved as a third party, because this will only cause an imbalance in their marital relationship. Newly married couples, they should learn to work together and work out their problems. As parents, we do have stewardship over our children, but as soon as they get married, that baton is passed to their spouse. So the third step of disciplining grandchildren, to me, goes without saying. Grandchildren, they want a grandma and a grandpa, not another set of parents. We don't want when grandparents interfere, it can cause a lot of problems. And I understand that sometimes something has to be said or done, but just remember to tread lightly when correcting a grandchild. You just really need to be careful. The fourth step is try not to control everything and everyone. If something doesn't work out the way that you planned, just be understanding and be easygoing and flexible. The last step is to avoid unclear and indirect communication. Don't beat around the bush or try and get your kids to guess what you're trying to think. Talk to them openly. If you want to invite them to Thanksgiving dinner, invite them. But if they can't make it, be understanding. Positive communication, that is a big key to any successful relationship, and that includes in-laws. Taking these steps will foster a positive relationship with your adult child and soon to be son or daughter. It will also help them start off to a successful marriage. Our goals as in-laws and parents is to enrich our children's marriages and help foster positive relationships.